We're joined by Nomi Prins, former investment banker turned journalist. Prins worked at Goldman Sachs and Bear Stearns. She's author of several books, including It Takes a Pillage: Behind the Bonuses, Bailouts, and Backroom Deals from Washington to Wall Street. Talk about the Occupy Wall Street activism taking place here at the same time.
I think it's fantastic that there's a visible and vocal group of people across the country and linked across the world that are saying, look, what's happening at this level, at the bank level, at the fraud level, at the inequality level, at the economic problem level, this is not caused by us. It's not caused by the 99%. It's caused by fraud. It's caused by crime. We're not going to stand here and be quiet. We're going to not just be on the internet. We're going to be everywhere, and we're going to grow. And this is very much a global movement. I've been spending a lot of time talking with the European movements and people that are looking at the situation there. This is something that had to happen here, and I'm so glad it happened when it did. MF Global is just yet another example that no matter what happens in Congress, no matter what is passed, it doesn't do anything to disrupt the status quo and the business as usual practices of the banking community.
We've seen some of the largest mass protests in the history of this country right here in New York with the Occupy Wall Street movement. In one of the arrests alone, over 700 people. Yet when it comes to Wall Street executives?
Zero. It is every so often there'll be someone thrown under a bus for some sort of minor trade that happened, but none of the executives that had the accountability, that made the millions of dollars, that had the power, that had the political connections, that had the meetings in Washington that enable them to do what they do, none of those people have been arrested. And it's because the questioning like that, and because ultimately even if that questioning goes to the Department of Justice, there is a big punt going on at the Washington level. And when you see 5,500 arrests across this country for the Occupy movement, and you see zero on the part of the CEOs and senior executives from Wall Street who took trillions of dollars out of our economy, out of the European economy, are going around the world doing the same thing to Asia now and so forth, it is absolutely heinous. So I hope these movements continue. And
Has anything changed since 2008, since the fall?
With respect to how banking operates, it's only gotten worse. For example, and MF Global is an example of something blowing up, Goldman Sachs has the relationship of how many derivatives they're trading relative to how many assets they have has grown by something like 30%. In other words, they're doing many more esoteric things since supposedly this crisis was contained and we got the Dodd-Frank Act, which is completely useless.